Hey, what's going on? Daniel here. Welcome back to another video. Now, if you are on Facebook Shops, if you've been making some sales, if you have a shop ready, to use on Facebook, I'm going to be talking in this video how you can create custom audiences in order to use those custom audiences to market, to run promotions, to run offers on Facebook Shops. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Daniel. I'm a Facebook ads expert, Facebook ads strategist, and I just happen to have Facebook Shops on the side that I run, and I realized that my knowledge of Facebook ads really can help a lot of people when it comes to running ads with Facebook Shops. In fact, I did a full-length video about this concept with my friend Patrick, which I'll leave a link to it down in the description if you want to watch it on his YouTube channel. But I just want to break down some of the concepts that I talked about in that video in a very short way, so that you can just take the concepts and just go run with it on your own store. So if you come to your Facebook store, this is one of my stores that I run. Now, this is a test store. I've been having this store now for I think about 3 months, but I just realized something that I'll share with you in a different video. But on this store, if you can see right here, I have everything. Everything is in good order. And if you come here to promotions, now this is where you want to go when it comes to creating audiences. Now, first question is, why do we even need to create audiences? Because if you're trying to run ads, whether with Facebook Shops or with anything using the Facebook ads platform, audiences are the people that you market to. But with Facebook Shops, it's a different dynamic because it's e-commerce, right? So the things that you want to do, Facebook gives you the ability to reach customers that you have already interacted with in the past, or customers that already interacted with your store in the past. And that is one of the powerful things about Facebook. You don't have to market cold audiences. You can just create audiences based on their interaction with your store, and you can take those audiences and market to them directly with other products. So now if you go to your promotions tab on Facebook Shops, you will see a lot of options here. Now what you want to do is go to audience. Now audience is what you want to deal with here. You'll see 3 options: wish list, abandoned cart, and potential customers. Now what this means is that if you go to your Facebook insights, right? Let me open that real quick. Okay, so let's come here, right? So if you come to your Facebook store, and if you go to the to the insight section where you see all your numbers and whatnot, you will be able to see here that a number of people who have visited your product page, a number of people have added the product to wish list, and a number of people have actually bought something from your store. Now that's what this means when it talks about wish list, product page views, and actual purchases. Now if we go back to our audience tab, wish list, abandoned cart, and potential customers, these are the 3 types of audience categories that Facebook wants us to really interact with, because those are proven to get results. So if you come to wish list, you can customize wish list, so meaning people that have added your product to wish list. If you go to abandoned cart, meaning people that have added to cart but for some reason just did not check out. Now if you go to potential customers, people who have recently visited your shop, and that could include people who've added to wish list and people who've abandoned cart. Now these, I believe, is the best type of customer because they've either done one or the other, so the number is really large. So if we click on customize here, you can add, you can name it anything. So let's call it potential customers, right? So audience criteria, meaning those audiences that meet one or more of the criteria that we're about to set. So if you go on here, the platform that we want to target is Facebook. If you have an Instagram page attached to your shop, you will be able to target people based on their Instagram interaction with your Instagram page. So right now the Instagram, we're targeting Facebook page because that's where we have the most interactions. And this is the page right here. You select your page. That's the page that I selected, and people who have viewed your Facebook Shops page. Now you can come here and just play around with it. Now there's so many options here. People who viewed products, who navigated to website, who saved your products, who viewed your Shops page, who viewed your collection, who added products to their cart, checked out on any product, and people who purchased any product. Now we want to go with people who have viewed your shops because that is the largest number of people that we want to interact with, right? So, and that would be in the last 180 days. So meaning going back 6 months, people who have viewed your shops in the last 180 days. So that is what this means here. This can go as far back as 365 days, but we want to do 180 days, or you can do 90 days if you want, more recent interactions. So let's say, for example, we want to do 180 days, right? And here we can also add a different criteria. I mean, that's what the or is from. You know, when you do and or, meaning you want this or that. Okay, so that's what this means right here, meaning so right now we can decide to go with the Instagram page. So Facebook is going to target people who have done the first criteria or the second criteria. So we have both, you know, in the same segment. Okay, so that's what this means here. But since we're not, you know, really messing with that, if we have multiple stores, right? If you have multiple stores, then you can target, you know, this to your second store, meaning Facebook is going to take data from your first store and from your second store, and it's going to merge them together and target people that have either interacted with your one store or another store. So you just set the same criteria for the second store if you have a second store, or maybe you want to target an Instagram page, you can do that as well. So once you do that, all you have to do is create audience. So now that we've created our audience, go back to audiences. So now, as you can see, the potential customers audience that we've created is now populating, right? That audience is populating. All right, so now that you've created this audience, what you want to do next is to create an offer that targets this audience, right? So if you go to offers, you just want to create something, maybe free shipping, buy X, get Y, amount of any of that things. You can, you know, play with it and name it anything you want. You know, promo code, you want that to be automatic. You want, you know, purchase requirements, minimum subtotal. You said all of these things. Now, this is where your audience that you've just created, this is where it comes into play, right? So if you come to eligible customers under your offers, you will see right now that Facebook gives you different options: new customers, followers, abandoned cart, and audience you created. So you want to select an audience that you've created, right? And Facebook gives you all of these things. So these are all of the audiences that we have created. Now, this is the audience that we just created now, called potential customers, the ones we just created. So if you select that, you can now select the duration of your offer, or you can, you know, just play with it even more before you create that offer. Now, another way that you can use the audience you just created is by creating, you know, an ad on Facebook, like running actual ads to your store. So for example, if we create another audience, I'll just call this test audience, right? All right, so now that we have created a test audience, what you want to do is you can either do any of these three. You can create an offer like I showed you. You can create a campaign, which is like creating a Facebook ad or just dynamic ads targeted to those specific audience that you've just created, or you can just go ahead and create another audience. So this is how you can create audiences with Facebook shops. This is how you can, you know, really get going with, you know, creating ads and just, you know, making sure that you are really customizing the experiences of your audience by targeting them with relevant offers. So let me know if this has been helpful. If you want to see more about me talking about, you know, ads with Facebook shops, let me know down in the comments. And if you found any value in this video, consider subscribing to this channel. And if you have any questions, don't forget to leave them in the comments down below. And if you want to watch that full-length video with my friend Patrick, I'll leave it in the description as well. And I hope this video has been helpful. I'll see you in the next video. My name is Daniel. Take care.